Hey guys, what is up? It is your favorite non-golden ticket winner
It's chocolate.
from Kill Tony, the dude with the boobs. It is Alexa Irizarry, and I'm here. I have Coke Zero in my veins, and I have a bad movie in my heart. Today, me and one of my favorite comedians from Cleveland, Blake Townsend, are going to be reviewing Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
No such thing as Santa, but as for
I'm good. I am from Akron, though, so get that right, get it tight. I know you have a problem with that, but I'm ready to watch a shitty Christmas movie.
Yeah, let's get it started. Blake, what did you think of Cartoon Network's seminal classic, the best movie that has ever been produced about a woman getting a train ran on her, not once, but twice, by all of Santa's reindeer? Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I actually enjoyed it. Don't understand all the musical numbers. There was absolutely no need for most of them.
Grandpa's gonna sue the pants off for Santa, cause Grandma would have wanted him to. No pantalones.
Except for Grandpa's, because that dude is the perfect character. He doesn't give a shit about anything.
No, they're just like your wife got run over, and he's like, that'll be fine. I'm going to catch a fantasy version of her bloomers.
hanging out with all those late great stars for the heavenliest Christmas.
And then, he's like, I'm going to go to the North Pole. He's like, thanks for telling me.
It's like, hey, Grandpa, I'm going to see if Santa's on the grandma files.
Oh, and let's not forget his reaction to watching her get killed. Exact words, she took a header.
Yeah, Grandma got run over by about 12 reindeer, hit in the head, got a header, but I'm sure she'll be fine. My favorite song from this movie is, well, the one thing I want to know, was the lesbian and Cousin Mel, were they like lesbian lawyers, like lovers, because they had the cabin by themselves?
I think Cousin Mel was just like an all-around ball player. I don't think she's a lesbian.
Yeah, I mean, because the lawyer in that musical number, she was like the best hype man ever. They're like, Grandma's gonna shoe the pants off on his shine.
On their side.
Just like,
Let's also not forget Grandpa is a rock star. When he had his musical number, they threw granny panties up at him.
yeah, exactly. I think those were grandmas. That's what I'm saying. But like, so the movie starts out. It's the family store. They've got.
Oh, no, hold on. First, it starts out with saying Cityville, so I'm like, oh, this is a classic kids movie. They're just going to call it Cityville. And then the first place you see is called Spankenheimer.
It was December, and everyone in Cityville was caught up in the chaos of the holidays. And no place was busier than my grandma's store. My grandma's store. Oh, there it is. Check.
Cityville, Spankenheimer, and the city planning there. It's like tall skyscraper, grandma store that would never be allowed in a major city. So we meet grandma, grandpa, and dad, and it's got the classic cartoon thing that they used to do, that a man works hard and is a real man, that they draw 3 lines on his arm for arm hair with the sleeves rolled up, so he's ready to support and provide for the nuclear family that America needs.
Perfect specimen of manhood. So dominant.
And then, as soon as they get to the family, don't forget the mom just immediately, first thing she says is, Santa's not real.
Yeah,
That's
but
her first line.
they have SDS, Santa Derangement Syndrome. Rob Reiner wouldn't have got killed if he didn't have Santa Claus Derangement Syndrome. He should have believed in me. I had put his kid on the naughty list several times.
Grandma's fruitcake. They were talking about the best fruitcake. I don't know.
People tell me all the time, they come up to me, they're like, sir, and I'm like, don't call me sir, and they're like, sir, nothing's better than grandma's fruitcake.
I will say fruitcake got shit on a lot in this fucking movie.
Yeah, that was the one plot point I really couldn't tell. Like, was her fruitcake supposed to be good? Was it supposed to be bad? Because they were like, everyone in the store buys it. And then the jury's like, do we have to eat this fruitcake?
Not only that, but they had a whole musical number about how dry and hard and unappetizing the fruitcake is.
It's almost kind of like your vagina.
Yeah, well, I mean, fruitcake is like trans women. There's two types of people. People that love fruitcake and people that don't.
The way I see it, you can divide the world into two groups. People who like fruitcake and all the rest of us.
With the store, it's the typical like Hallmark movie plot. So what happens is Cousin Mel wants to tear down Grandma's Christmas store that for some reason stays open year round and they're able to make a living off it. But Grandma doesn't want to sign it over. So Cousin Mel plots to try to get Grandma out of the picture.
Well, don't forget, she left the whole decision on if it was going to be sold or not to Austin. Was his name Austin Box or Austin Fox?
Austin Bucks, the show's stand-in version for Donald Trump. He's like, we're gonna tear down Grandma's store just like Gaza, put a hotel in a water slide. It's gonna be amazing.
But they left the whole decision up to a 10-year-old. I'm gonna say he's 10. Like he still believes in Santa, but like they put a lot on that kid's shoulders.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that kid is the spirit of Christmas. Like I don't know about your family, but if you're like Grandma went missing, like would you be like, hey, 8-year-old grandchild, you're the only person who's on this case. None of us care. We're going about our business.
And when they found out that she had got hit by someone, no apologies to him after they called him a liar.
No, they were like, well, you know, shit happens.
And did you notice when they said like after Grandma died, and they couldn't find her, everyone got sad, and they said that everyone started wearing all black, but they had the girl just go full emo, his sister. Like
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they even gave her a nose ring for that scene.
Honestly, there are a lot of Kill Tony probably people that have signed up for there that would bang that big tittied goth baddie.
I just thought it was so funny. Like everyone is wearing black, and they just showed a straight. Like this girl went from I don't believe in Santa, everything's fine, to just emo for one scene, and then back to normal.
Yeah, pretty much. She's on the Black Parade. So they figure out that Santa was run over, and that
the smartest detective in the town working the case.
The 10-year-old working the case.
No. Actual police officer, when he was like diagnosing that hair. Dude.
What do you make of this?
Offhand, I'd say that's animal hair, reindeer, 15 hands high, 12-point buck. By the markings, a sleigh puller, powerful, capable of flight, age unknown, one of a team of 8. But it's just a guess.
It was good.
Oh yeah, like he was good at like scouting animals. And I want to know in the city, like I don't know if he was being facetious, but do reindeer accidents happen that often that there's a code for it?
I mean, I would have one on the books just in case. You never know.
You never know. You know, it's like we got a code 1224.
And what was up with the girl just being straight Minnesotan?
Oh, what do you make of this?
Or Canadian.
She was like, oh, Grandma got hit by a reindeer over there by the Davenport. I just want to go over there and drink one of them pops in the garage. With a
They just
sweater.
threw a Canadian accent in for no reason.
No reason whatsoever. But this movie was made in 2000. So we have to be young, we have to be hip, and we have to show that we utilize modern technology. So he emails Santa Claus at SantaIsReal.com. It goes through the dial-up. So that means to do this, he had to go downstairs to the kitchen and be like, Mom, Dad, you can't make any phone calls for the next hour. I have to email an Etch-a-Sketch of Grandma to SantaIsReal.com. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. We run a business, but it's fine. Unplug the computer. We'll unplug the phones for that.
So once it gets through the fax machine and Quincy gets a hold of it, that's the head elf. He's right seat on the sleigh. Let's not forget that. That's important.
And I want to know, does Santa hit people a lot with reindeer? Because maybe he should be in jail.
He had a whole medical ward.
And there were 3 beds. Those were not elf people. Those were regular people. Is Santa just beating people with a bat sometimes?
That might answer my question of why he didn't put her back. Because, like, he must hit more than one person a year because he had no idea where she was from.
Yeah, it's just like Mr. Morbucks. I know you wanted an action figure when you were younger, when you were 10 years old. Remembers this random guy's Christmas list, does not remember the house of the bitch he hit.
But I mean, that is a classic movie trope: is Santa proving who he is by telling some curmudgeon what he wanted for Christmas. Not that he got him it, but what he wanted.
Yeah, what he wanted. I feel like he was on the naughty list. But so after that, they get Grandma back to civilization. They reunite with her grandson. But what happens is cousin Mel and her lesbian lawyer friend lure Grandma away. They make the reindeers run away and kidnap her basically and put her in the lesbian lover's cabin.
Yeah, just put her in a cabin and kept asking her if she remembered shit.
They were like, do you know who the lawyer was like, do you remember? Also, they make that like the lawyer sound obnoxiously sinister. She's like, so do you remember who you are? Yeah, we're going to steal the money. We're going to ruin Christmas and build a yacht.
And juror number 1 had the biggest nose.
Oh, 100%. But I think before we get into the jury, we have to give a shout out to Santa Claus. He comes in there, proves himself. They find Grandma, but they decide to frame Santa. And I feel like Santa is very it's like it's like Mel Brooks being played by Al Pacino doing an impression of the Fonz.
No, I think
none. Not a single letter from Cityville. It's as if they're too busy with their prefabricated, mass-produced lives to need me anymore.
I think you called it with Lewis Black, just like with his voice on lower volume.
Yeah, he was like, oh, no one in the city. He was, I can't even do it, but like they made Santa sound so weird. And so at the trial, typical kids movie, Christmas movie, there's a jury of 12 of your peers. There's a bunch of people who went to law school. But guess what? We are going to, without adding anything into evidence, no motions were filed. We're going to let a 10-year-old just ransack the courtroom, take over the case, because Cousin Mel wants to sue Santa Claus, get his money, in addition to getting the money from selling Grandma's shop. And the 10-year-old is like, well, actually, Cousin Mel poisoned the fruitcake, and that made the reindeer crash into Grandma.
Yeah, because it turned into reindeer nip.
Reindeer nip. And it made the reindeer go, woo-ha!
The best part was the fact that he poisoned the fruitcake on purpose just to make another one and then made people eat it.
Oh my God, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, they made two made Grandma make a normal fruitcake, which is what brought her memory back. The fruitcake, not her fucking grandson that she loved. The fruitcake. Then they also made a poisoned one, and he then fed it to everyone.
Oh my! And at the trial, the piece de resistance of that trial, they let a dog give the final piece of evidence. And what's his name? What's his name? Rufus or Doofus?
Doofus, for sure. They kept on calling him Doofus.
They were like, could you imagine being in trial? Like, you might have committed vehicular manslaughter. You might go away for the rest of your life. And then in comes, hey, Doofus, can you bring over the last piece of evidence? A dog comes in with a note.
Well, let's also not forget, he was the one who found Grandma's shoe, which we got to mention, she wears snow boots without socks.
Walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
30-foot bitches.
Those feet smell so nasty. Like, there are a lot of people, the foot pig dolls. The foot pig dolls are just biting at the bit to get a taste of Grandma's musty, no sock, snow.
Yeah, Grandma was a curvaceous bitch.
Oh, well, every time, like, Cousin Mel, too, like, you even saw when we were watching it, like, when the shot of her ass, like, there was no need to be making Cousin Mel that thick.
Well, that's what I was like. At first, I thought this was like, oh, this is a for sure kids thing. And then you see Spankenheimer. Then they're like, Santa's not real. It's just like, this wasn't fully for kids.
Oh, Cousin Mel had no business looking that thing. But what I couldn't understand, was she in a relationship with the rich guy? Because throughout the movie, like, she's trying to get...
He was trying to be his arm candy.
But at the trial, he's like, "Oh, you
you're
look
really
good."
attractive for a guy with deep pockets.
Did anyone ever tell you you're very good looking for a man with deep pockets?
You're really attractive for a guy with deep pockets. Gold digging hussy. Like the hussiness of her was insane. So
Like,
eventually,
everyone
every time they
everyone
talked,
in her family knew she was a piece of shit.
oh yeah, every time they talked about her, it felt anti-Semitic. Because they were like, oh, money grubbing, too big of hair, wears way too much jewelry, too tight of clothes, big hook nose, lives in Scarsdale, New York. Just like,
I mean, she was a grade A bitch. Let's put it that way.
she was. And at the trial, when they find out Cousin Mel, like, she gives the best monologue ever. She's like, well, I hate Christmas, I hate Santa, and I hate Jesus.
But I love money. It's like, no, she didn't get into any trouble.
No, they were like, you intentionally, because what was, like, was she trying to kill Grandma?
Well, I mean, I didn't even realize there was a note that they found that she hid. I didn't catch that. Like, how was she the one that found the note when Doofus is the one that smelled out her stanky ass grandma feet?
Yeah, I don't know how she must have been watching. So does that mean she believed in Santa the entire time because she knew the reindeer nip would cause it? Because what was she trying to do by putting the reindeer nip in?
I think she was originally trying to just make everyone sick, but then it just turned out to be reindeer nip, and then I don't know. It was a weird story, and it sounded like at the beginning it was RFK Jr. narrating it before his voice got all gravelly.
Yeah, well, could you imagine if they did have RFK Jr. narrating this? And that year for Christmas, every little boy did not get autism because they didn't have Tylenol.
I was about to say,
Nope.
Grandma got ran over by a Tylenol.
Grandma got run over by a Tylenol, having autistic children on Christmas. So,
but no, honestly, I would watch that movie again if it was on. I would never look it up or like search it out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on a list for looking this up. So the movie concludes. Everything works out. Grandma's back. Grandpa's happy. But what happens at the end? We see Grandma. She had to go back for seconds. Blake, can you explain?
She got fucking demolished in front of everyone.
Again, and no retrial. Like no talk of putting the reindeer down. It's just
also forgetting to mention how funny her first run over was. The first run over, the way they drew her body just laying there. Like, Santa wasn't in sight at all. He left.
No, Santa is definitely should be in jail. So, did the movie get you in the Christmas spirit? How many stars would you give this movie?
I'd give it a 3.5.
3.5?
But it's definitely a kids movie, but at the same time, I don't think I'd let my kids watch it.
No, yeah, I mean, Grandma was reading to kids in a public library in an elf costume, so I mean, in southern states, she's not allowed to do that.
There's Grandma. Did I mention she likes to dress up to read Christmas stories to kids while their parents shop?
Awesome. So, Blake, right? Grandma's reading to kids in drag on Christmas. In my public library, Christmas Eve.
We forgot the most important scene where Grandpa signs over all the rights to the store. Like, just an old man.
I wish wills were that easy, where it's like, well, do you want to sign? No, I want to sing. And then you let the person sing for 5 minutes, and then it's like...
This is 2 minutes after they said everyone was so sad that they were wearing black. He shows up in black, and then his musical number is in an all-white tux.
All white. Well, I mean, Grandma's having Christmas with the stars.
It was a wild, none of it really made sense. There's a beginning, middle, and end that makes sense. Like, oh, Grandma got hit, she's missing, she's found, she's hidden, and then, everything's fine. I guess it does make sense, but, a lot of it didn't. There was no need for a lot of that movie.
Yeah, I would probably, if I had to give a rating for this movie, I would say it could have been an email.
Could have been a shorter email, too.
Yeah, like there was snow on the ground in this movie, but there were also snow in the noses of the writers of this movie.
Oh, for sure. This was not like someone asked a bunch of adult men to write a Christmas movie and they don't have kids.
No, yeah, they were, they were doing something. It was 4 a.m. They were in someone's kitchen smoking a bunch of cigarettes, and they were like, I got a great idea.
It was written to not get like bought. Like they wrote it and they're like, there's no way this is ever gonna get made.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I mean I think I'm definitely gonna watch this movie next year. There's definitely worse Christmas movies.
I mean,
Uh,
if it's on again, I'll give Cousin Mel a look at. I will.
yeah, oh my, they because okay, so this movie was made in 2000. Cousin Mel was made because people had to watch adult videos using dial-up.
Oh, and let's not mention the mom had blonde hair, but both those kids had Cousin Mel hair.
Hello. well, that they should have made the sequel. Mom was kissing Santa under the mistletoe.
And were Grandma and Grandpa's names Grandma and Grandpa? Was that?
Yeah, I think that's the best little thing that every animated movie does is they're like grandma, grandpa, mom, dad. It's on trial, it's on court, it's on legal documents.
But yeah, I mean, it was worth the watch. I would watch it again. You know, like I said, if it was on. But
It,
it's not a classic.
yeah, no, it's not one of the classics. So, to our viewers, which might be one person, which might be 10 people, what is a good Christmas movie that you would recommend?
Thank you for the recommendations. I will watch that. See what I did there?
Right? So, do you have a favorite Christmas movie you would recommend to people to watch?
Would I? I mean, everyone's already seen it, but everyone has to see The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Okay, The Grinch with Jim Carrey. And last question I'm going to ask: what is your favorite holiday memory?
When I opened up a Christmas present, right? And it was in a box of Dixie cups, you know, like people used to like rinse out their mouth after brushing their teeth. And I went, "Oh, thank you for the Dixie cups." And my mom goes, "Open the fucking box." And inside was Pokemon Gold and Silver. And like I got super excited and then I realized I was on camera being a fucking little kid going like all sad because I got Dixie cups and then so pumped I got Pokemon.
Oh,
But I found out my mom was recording it with the cap on the camera.
oh, so she's not like the kids today. It wasn't no cap.
No, it was definitely cap, but I felt so bad because like I looked like such a little fucking like I don't I can't even think of the word, but like I sounded like so disrespectful because
You
I
were
was like,
like the
"Oh,"
little.
I was like, "Thanks for the Dixie cups, mom." And
You
then
were like the girls on My Super Sweet 16. What do you mean I didn't get a car?
what do you mean I got spit cups, mom? This is horse shit.
Oh my god. And
But like
Blake,
that's the only Christmas memory I can like that's vivid for me because I was after I saw Pokemon Gold, I was like, "Oh, that's on camera."
I know that's why I feel so bad for the kids today because they're gonna have all their Christmas things of childhood on TikTok, on
Yeah, and so
Instagram.
every time they look like a little fucking piece of shit, they're upset about something. That's gonna be fucking viral.
It's gonna go viral, and then they're gonna grow up to be Cousin Mel.
They're gonna be like that the one guy who's talking about buying all the Pokemon, like the really fat dude who's like, "I gotta buy all the Pokemon, guys." Like, have you seen that guy? I can't
No,
even
it
describe
sounds like
it, I'll
Eric
fuck it
Cartman.
up, but you've seen him. It's the dude who like freaks out about like playing Clash of Clans too, and how he has to pay for everything.
Oh
But
my
like
god.
that's what everyone's gonna be caught as like a 6-year-old doing is just being a fucking little asshole.
Pretty much. So Blake, where can we find you?
You can find me on most things at Blake DeJesus on pretty much everything, or Blake DeJesus1 because I forgot a password a long time ago and had to remake it. But yeah, you can find me definitely on Instagram. Facebook at Blake Townsend. It used to be Blake Gregory Townsend, but then Facebook told me I was too young to be on Facebook. So that was
Hello.
weird.
And is there any? I know you had a podcast before. Is there anything you're working on or anything like that?
No, I probably will be putting out a podcast soon called Aggressively Average Obituaries. So look for that. It's where you just tell life stories that no one probably even cares about anymore, but since a podcast needs to be made, why not talk about them?
Well, thank you so much for doing this with me, Blake. I know we had some technical issues at the beginning, so thank
No
you so
problem.
much.
Thank you for showing me Cousin Mel's badonkadonk.
I mean, is it going into the spank bank tonight?
I mean, yes. I shouldn't admit that on film, but it is what it is. I said it.
Well, this is the after hours part of it that might get cut out.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Blake. I really appreciate it. Everyone, give Blake a follow. Blake, is there anything you want to say in closing?
Nope. Goodbye.
Grandpa's gonna sue the pants off of Santa, 'cause Grandma would have wanted him to.